hola, probando, probando. Hi guys, I am Seba Valenzuela. I'm from Chile. I'm a yoga teacher, specifically philosophy, hatha yoga, tantra yoga. That is the topics that I'm most interested. In that moment, I'm teaching in Nusa Lembongan in Bali, here and there, traveling as well. So living the nomad life as a yoga teacher, enjoying the practice, practicing a lot and sharing the message, sharing the light of yoga, which is very powerful, very deep, and for sure it's meant to create inner transformation and transformation in the way that you perceive reality, right? So always say like that happiness is a real option and we need tools to find that, we need a system to find it. I can tell you that yoga, at least in my experience, is the system that works perfectly in that sense. So in my path in yoga and my path in being a teacher is actually start not because it was like I knew it or start just practicing randomly like a hobby or something. There was a real system and method of healing myself. And some years ago I was experiencing some unbalancing moments, let's say, in relationships, in physical health, especially digestive issues, anxiety, panic attacks. I was in this wheel of modern society, of achieving, of doing, of like it's never enough. And basically it's the mental pattern, it's the mind pattern, it's the monkey mind, overactive. And so I found this book, it's called The Perfect Health, and this book is all about Ayurveda. I didn't know anything about it, and it's the ancient Indian medicine or system that teach you how to live life. And conscious eating is a very, very powerful topic in Ayurveda. Conscious eating as the way that what time you eat, what you eat, and how, what is the best, let's say, diet for you. So it's not this is what I connect so much, because it's not a way of eating for everyone, and this is the perfect diet, right? So everyone should follow and everyone will get healed and happy. It was more like, all right, tell me who are you, tell me your personality, tell me your, like they call it, the doshas, and then I will tell you like the best way like you can live, the best food for you, and the best like yoga practice and so on. So starting conscious eating through Ayurveda, I start finding the yoga, right? Because Ayurveda and yoga are basically connected systems. So years before they was just part of the big one unified system, and now is, of course, because the mind and humans like to divide stuff, like to name and label stuff. It looks like separate, but it's part of the same thing. And in Ayurveda, of course, they encourage you to practice yoga depending of your energetic constitution, what type of yoga, when and how, and so on. So I start to connect with that, and not only conscious eating, also physical practice, energetic practice, breathing, and so on. And I start to feel change on myself. I start to feel transformation. I start to experience healing. And the healing, I realized, that just came from through self-awareness of what was the best for me, what is the right food, what is the right timing, what is the right practice. And of course after that, me or anybody would feel an overwhelmed need of sharing that practice, of sharing that system that is creating transformation in yourself somehow. So being a yoga teacher, I guess, is an outcome. It's an outcome for me or for anybody else, that a need of sharing, a need of make people heal, and help people and facilitate spaces for transformation, for healing, for awakening. And here we are in that path. People tend to think that yoga is a physical practice. It's just stretching in your yoga mat, and you practice yoga from 6 to 7:30 every day, and so on. It's very important to connect with the essence of yoga if you really want to go deep in your practice. And the essence of yoga is actually beyond the physical body. Is you use the physical body as a tool to reach that, but we want to reach is like literally still the fluctuations of the mind. And this is the literal translation of what Patanjali, the father of yoga, is saying, right? Still the fluctuations of the mind, so you can understand, so you can have the discernment of what is real, what is not, what is the decision that you need to take, what is the path, what is the school that you want to study, what is the relationship you want to have, and so on. So in all these specific stuff, the ability to see with clarity is basically yoga, and connecting with your true essence, right? Your higher self. And when I'm talking about higher self, it's not something too crazy. It's just yourself without dropping all the conditioning and patterns and set of belief and anything that society, family, culture have been building, right, to you, and you have been absorbing and growing with that. So, well, it's not your fault, but now we have a system. You have a system that helps you to drop and you can see with clarity. So I guess that's the most important concept. I mean, if the physical posture will help you to do that, you go for it. If the breathing will help you to address that stillness of the mind, you go for it. You practice pranayama, you practice active breath work, if meditation, and so on. So anything that you do, connecting with your heart space, anything that you do with love to yourself, with others, anything that you do, feeling it beyond the mind, beyond your conditioning, you will be in the state of yoga. And the whole idea is progressing into that practice, going deep into the system, because you will see, and I can experience, and I can see other people experiencing, how life is changing, how life is open, how like opportunities are coming up. So it's something very beautiful, and the outcomes are really amazing. If personally I need to say something that people, family, friend, or students can take away from the practice of yoga, it would be awareness. Awareness before reaction. Awareness of the physical body. Awareness of the way that you are breathing. That awareness that you will build, it will like open up in different ways. Awareness in the physical body and awareness in your breathing. If you cultivate that, you will see in your relationships, you will see when you get angry, when you get fearful, when you get scared, when you get pissed off of anything, you will say, okay, now this is happening. So that ability to create that gap of space, that gap of silence, to be conscious of your decision and take the decision, okay, this is happening, I'm experiencing this. So then I will take that decision. I think this is the best decision for me, and I'm taking from my heart space. I'm taking from love. I'm not taking out of anger, out of fear, over anything else. So that is what I would recommend to take is that gap of silence, which literally can transform your life. How you cultivate that, as I say, with the body, with the breath, but also these guys were meditating also hours. So yoga is a meditative practice. When you meditate, you observe the space between thoughts, space between emotions, gaps of silence between anything that comes to your mind. Cultivating that space is something that will help you to deal with adversity in your life, and this is what all we want, right? To be happy.